Hello. Thank you for joining us today to talk about Cloud Security Alliance's Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge and Certificate of Cloud Auditing Knowledge, CCSK and CCAK for short. I'm Anna Shore, and I'm the Training Program Manager at CSA. Joining me is my colleague Hannah Rock, who is the Content Development Manager at CSA. Before we dive in, I'd like to say that we have our community platform Circle, and many instructors are available as well as other experts to answer questions about our courses. Circle is a resource of information for working group members, chapter members, and training students and instructors. It is a place for collaboration, and we welcome you to provide feedback there or by reaching out to us at support@cloudsecurityalliance.org. Agenda. In this presentation, we will go over the following: the CCSK's target audience, what is covered, the benefits, and the training offerings, as well as the CCAK's target audience, what is covered, the benefits, and the training offerings. Then we will wrap up this presentation with the relationship between the two certificates, allowing time for questions at the end. Certificate of Cloud Security Knowledge. CSA was founded in 2009 with CCSK as our flagship training product. We now have over 12,000 CCSK holders globally. Our goal is to increase awareness and to spread the gospel about cloud security. The CCSK is not just for IT and cloud security experts anymore. We are finding a lot of non-security professionals taking the CCSK as it has no prerequisites and any entry-level individual can take it on. What is covered by the CCSK? CCSK covers a breadth of knowledge versus a depth of knowledge. It talks a lot about topics, but it doesn't go into fine-grained detail. It is a high-level overview and an introductory course and exam. The CCSK exam has 16 domains, 14 domains from the security guidance, and a NISA domain and a CCM domain. The training courses are organized a little differently than the security guidance and the exam, as they have 6 modules. The 16 domains are all covered in different modules of the course. Exam details. The CCSK exam is online, self-proctored, and open booked. It asks about 60 multiple choice and true-false questions, and the duration is 90 minutes. The benefits of the CCSK. For those with technical backgrounds, they find the common language presented in the CCSK to be helpful when talking to non-technical coworkers and clients. Non-technical students have said that it helps them understand what is going on in the background underneath what they see every day. You can increase employment opportunities by filling the skill gaps for cloud certified professionals or demonstrate your technical knowledge, skills, and abilities to effectively use controls tailored to the cloud. You can also complement other credentials that you have earned or plan to earn. CCSK training offerings. CCSK is a suite of products including the exam, self-paced training, instructor-led training, virtual instructor-led training, and the prep kit, which contains the security guidance, CCM v3.01, and the NISA risk document. Our CCSK prep kit is available to download for free. You can view our schedule for all training offerings on our website at cloudsecurityalliance.org/education/schedule. CCSK is the lecture content that covers all content included in the exam. CCSK Plus covers the lectures that are in CCSK. It also covers lab content that is not covered by the exam. This lab content gives you a more in-depth implementation experience for those who work in the security industry. Please note, there are individuals who don't need the labs, such as those who are not responsible for implementing the security measures. They often don't need the Plus course. CCSK Plus comes with labs in either AWS or Azure, and students can choose based on their preferred environment. Remember that the exam does not cover the lab content and it is vendor neutral. CCSK training partners and authorized instructors. Chapters are encouraged to become partners as they have a greater reach into specific regions and communities. Chapters members, especially board members, are encouraged to become authorized instructors, and CSA is happy to help candidates through that process as much as we can. CSA will work with any chapter that would like to become a partner and get an instructor authorized by insisting in prerequisite waivers for experience as well as fee waivers for prerequisites and the train the trainer course where applicable. For a chapter to become a training partner, there are some requirements that I will not go over here, but you can reach out to Todd or the training team to get more insight on what those are. For individuals looking to become an authorized instructor, there are a few prerequisites and the Train the Trainer course, TTT for short, which must be completed before you are authorized to teach the CCSK content. Before entering the TTT, you must have taken a CCSK Plus course and supply an attendance certificate, and you must have taken and passed the CCSK V4 exam, or whichever is the most recent version, and supply your exam certificate. All right, now on that note, I'm going to hand it off to my colleague Hannah, who will cover the CCAK and the relationship between the CCAK and the CCSK.
Hi, my name is Hannah, as already mentioned, and I'm the Content Development Manager here at CSA. I'm going to be talking about the Certificate of Cloud Auditing Knowledge. First of all, I'd like to start with CCAK fills a gap in the market for vendor-neutral technical education for IT audit, security, and risk professionals to help their organizations reap the full benefits of cloud environments. This certificate prepares IT professionals to address the unique challenges of auditing the cloud, ensuring the right controls for confidentiality, integrity, and accessibility, and mitigating risks and the costs of audit management and noncompliance. Anyone who is setting up systems, performing audits, or is the target of an audit would benefit from this CCAK certificate. What is covered by the CCAK? Cloud auditing can give you a big picture understanding of the type of cloud services and deployment strategy that would best benefit your business. CCAK prepares IT professionals to address the unique challenges of auditing the cloud. Again, just kind of ensuring the right controls for confidentiality, integrity, and accessibility. It also addresses unique challenges such as technology stacks, deployment frameworks, DevOps, and CI/CD pipelines, and so much more. There's 9 chapters and kind of 9 domains of knowledge in the exam, and that's also followed through in the course as well. Exam details. The CCAK exam is online, but it is proctored, which is the difference between CCSK and CCAK. It's closed booked and proctored. It asks 76 multiple choice questions, and the exam is 2 hours long. Okay, benefits of CCAK. The CCAK covers a gap in technical education and creates common language similarly to the CCSK to discuss audit, security, and risk in the cloud. You can understand the difference in assessing and auditing cloud environments versus traditional. You can discover how to use cloud security assessment methods to evaluate service providers or to even evaluate your own services. You can understand unique requirements for compliance because cloud changes things. There's the shared responsibility model, and there's so much more that's involved there for compliance. You can also architect in a way that allows you to measure control effectiveness and gives you that continuous monitoring people are often looking for in today's this day and age. CCAK training offerings. CCAK is a suite of products that include the CCAK exam, a self-paced training, instructor-led and virtual instructor-led trainings, a study guide, and a Q&A collection. You can view the CSA schedule for all training offerings on our website, as already stated by Anna, at cloudsecurityalliance.org/education/schedule. You can also find more CCAK listings on ISACA's website, and that's mostly for virtual instructor-led, and they also have access to the self-paced course on their website. One thing I like to go over here is the Q&A collection. Most people see that and they're like, oh, questions and answers, but one thing to understand here is that the Q&A collection is actually a 12-month subscription, and it not only asks you questions and gives you answers, kind of like flashcards, but it also it learns with you. So if you don't do well on certain questions, it'll start to bring those questions or questions that are related to that back up into the queue. And so it kind of gives you weighted questions on which ones you're doing well on. It won't put in as often. Which ones you're doing better or doing worse on, it'll bring those up more often, so you can genuinely customize your study plan. So that's something that is a little bit misunderstood about the Q&A collection, and that I always like to clarify. CCAK training partners and authorized instructors. The CCAK partners and instructors are managed by CCAK, who is our partner in this certificate. They work with APMG to authorize and provide content to authorized partners and instructors, and you can reach out directly to ISACA as well as our training team here. There's going to be an email at the end. You can reach out directly to them or us for more information on that process. At this time, CSA is not involved in the authorization or the management of that program, but we are willing to assist chapters, especially in getting involved in any way that we can as far as delivering CCAK through your chapter. Finally, I would like to address the relationship between CCSK and CCAK. You've already heard a little bit of some of the differences and some of the similarities in the content, or things that they do well together, or things that they kind of both cover, and then things that they don't cover, one covers and the other doesn't. One important thing to note is that CCAK builds off of and highly complements the material that's covered in the CCSK. Both certificates introduce common language. It allows better discussion better discussion and understanding of all that's covered by each of the certificates respectively, whether that be the security that's covered in the CCSK, or even the audit and risk and all the mitigation that's covered in the CCAK. They have very different audiences. CCSK is definitely a more introductory or entry-level certificate. The course and exam are built for anyone to take. You can come in with very little experience in any kind of cloud security or cloud at all, and take a CCSK course and study the materials and do very, very well in the exam. The CCAK is a bit more specific, and it does require a little bit of background knowledge to fully reap the benefits of not only the course, but also the exam. People have mentioned that it does help to have a little bit of auditing background, traditional audit background, when you're looking at the CCAK. It's a little bit more specialized in a few ways. CCAK does build on the knowledge that's gained in CCSK, as auditing and risk is highly tied to security. And so while it helps to take the CCAK or CCSK first, I apologize, it's not required. We do think that it definitely helps to kind of have that underlying understanding of the security principles before you move on to audit. And we have seen people that do better taking the CCSK first than just trying to tackle the CCAK all on their own. Okay, and at this time, we would like to open it up for questions. One thing I also would like to add here, I have the training email. That's how you can access both Anna and myself. You can reach out directly to the training team, or you can also reach out to Todd, our chapter director, and he can also point you in our direction if you have any other specific questions, whether that be about the courses, how to get involved with being a training partner, or any other questions you may have about this presentation. I will open it up now.
Hi, just to catch you guys up, my co-presenter Anna is unavailable today, but I am here to answer any questions that you might have. Well, if there are no questions, I think we can probably close this out a little bit early, and I can give you a little extra time. Oh, I do see one. We have a question here asking about a promo code. I'm not positive of that particular promo code. I'd have to look into it, but I don't know which promo code that's referring to. But let me take a look, and I will get back to you. I can reach out to you after this. I don't believe we have any promo codes active at the moment. I do know that we have plans for some Cyber Monday and Black Friday type codes. I'm not exactly sure when that will be released, but as soon as it is, I'll at least reach out to you and make sure we have, if we have anything going, I'll provide that. So the ACSP training, that's the Advanced Cloud Security Practitioner training, for those of you who don't know the abbreviation, is not directly correlated to the CCSK, and it doesn't have a certificate right now. But it is a newer training that we've recently had, and it's supposed to more deeply address for, as you can imagine, security practitioners, those who are really heavily involved in actually implementing these controls and really trying to secure their architecture, giving them a better understanding of those deeper level topics. I believe CCSK is extremely highly recommended, if not required, for that class. It's supposed to build on CCSK as a more advanced dive into that security aspect. I know that there's still a little bit of development and some changes that are ongoing in that, just kind of responding to feedback. And I know we have one scheduled for December. I believe that one is almost full, but you can always reach out to the training department. We're looking to schedule more in the future. And also, I believe we have private offerings available as well for large groups who are looking to be trained for ACSP. So at this time, there is no certificate. There is potential for a certificate in the near future, but it's not something that we are planning at the moment. If there are no other questions, I think we can probably close this one out, and I can give you some time for networking before the next session starts. Oh, I did get one more question. So personally, I see at least a handful when I'm looking through this. One thing that I know we've seen in the past is that recently there's been an increase in CCSK requirements for job advertisements. And there's also a lot of people who not necessarily require a CCSK, but definitely encourage it. And it's seen as this kind of building block for entry-level job opportunities. As it is a certificate, there's no maintenance fees on that. Same with the CCAK, there's no maintenance fees on that. So it is a little bit easier for someone on the more entry-level side to achieve those certificates. I would say for CCSK, there's a decent number because it's required as part of our STAR submission and auditing programs. It's required as part of a couple of other programs that organizations have released. CCAK is still very new, so I don't think I've seen any job advertisements that happen to require a CCAK. I think it will still take a little bit of time to really see that kind of accepted in industry and kind of work its way into those requirements. Okay. I think we're good. I know I've said that a couple times now, but I don't think we have any other questions to be addressed. So I will talk to you all at the tables.